God, my back gets always so sore, or my shoulders, and sometimes I'll just move along it so I am letting it massage that. You've probably seen this before. It's a foam roller, but you probably haven't seen this, which is an auto foam roller. I just got back from a AcroYoga festival where I did 7 days in a row, which was very satisfying, but very exhausting. Recovery is super important. What you put in your body and what you put on your body. This is lo-fi, but very effective. If you know how to use it, it costs about 20 bucks. This is very high tech, more hands off where you can just kind of sit back and relax a little bit more. This costs $450 USD. It is on sale at the time of this review, so do check the description. I also have a discount code which will help you save a little bit of money. So if you do purchase that, buying through those affiliate links is very helpful to support the channel and you get to save a little. They did send this for review. No money was exchanged for the review. What's so special with this, and is it worth the price tag? Foam rolling is really great for myofascial relief, putting a lot of pressure on tight muscles and soreness to eventually relax them. I find it very effective. I stretch and also have recovery tools that I use on a regular basis. Now with foam rollers, you typically roll back and forth on your body on this. And I do have foam rollers. This is actually the second one. I sold my other one, but I never use it because I'm actually quite lazy when it comes to my recovery. And using a foam roller just never enticed me. There is one button on the side that is also the LED indicator charge. It's not that heavy, very easy to transport. There's handles here, weighs about 5.2 pounds. Runtime of 240 minutes, takes about 2 hours to charge. This is actually so small that I was able to throw it into a backpack and bike with it on my back without any issues. It can also hold up to 300 pounds of weight. Overall, I do like it. It gives great massages, especially in the back and especially on the calves. On smaller muscles, I do find it's a little bit of a struggle to use, but I also do find that is the case with foam rolling. This is a relatively inexpensive massage gun. Also have a discount code. I'll link all of this in the description with a full review that you can check out. I like to use this for smaller muscles. It's a little bit of a struggle sometimes to get on my back, especially certain spots on my back. That's where this comes in handy quite a bit because I can just relax and massage my back, and it's like having a personal massager. There are these rollers at the bottom, so it's like little bulldozer wheels, and it's lifted off the ground. I have seen some people use it outside on gravel. I personally wouldn't use that because I wouldn't want to get any little rocks jammed in here and dust and stuff. So there's an emergency stop feature that's on by default, but you can turn it off. Anytime you notice there's a wave in the sensor, it will just stop, and it's quite distracting, but I just don't feel it's necessary at all to have on. I would suggest you turn it off because I do find it very annoying. Typical foam roller. You basically have to move your body. You would roll along your muscles. I just had to tie my hair. It was getting in the way of the foam roller. With this one, I will show you. There is a quick start mode that you can use, and it travels a certain distance. That distance is by default, I think it was 30 centimeters, which is about 1 foot, but you can change that initial distance, that default distance in the app. And you will basically need to use the app pretty much in order to use this to the maximum ability. So we will turn on the device, which you long press here, and then there's the indicator that it's on. I can already hear the motor going, and let's say I wanted to foam roll my back. I would place it in the middle of my back, and then double press it, and then it goes. Feels really good. It's actually very quiet. And if you're getting any value out of this review and appreciate the effort I put into this video, please like the video, subscribe, click the bell notification, check your YouTube settings for notifications, and also check the subscription tab. You can also sign up to the newsletter on my website and it will let you know anytime I have a new video out. And you can follow me on my Instagram at GadgetsGearCoffee because I'm always up to something in between videos. So you can always catch up with me there. There are 2 covers that you can use on it. This is the hard cover. I used the softer cover before, but it just didn't quite hit the spot. It's very easy to change the covers, but annoying enough that I wouldn't do it regularly. It reminds me very much of a Ziploc. It does sometimes drift, but they have made some updates to improve that. You do need to have a little bit of weight on the foam roller for it to work pretty well, and lighter muscle groups will struggle sometimes with that drift. But it does have some sort of auto-correct on it, which I know I've read through their documentation, but also I can sometimes feel it auto-correcting, and I have no idea how it works, but it does a pretty good job. Rolls very smoothly, getting that muscle right there and that shoulder is really nice. Oh boy, okay. So the moment I get up, it stops, but it's still rolling. The best way to use this is with the app. which is a little bit clunky, I have to say. There is a bit of information in here that they just keep here permanently. They're all pretty basic information. Don't foam roll any vulnerable parts, which you really shouldn't be doing anyway with any type of recovery tool. Now, what I do find annoying is despite having added the device, it doesn't seem to auto connect each time, and I have to click connect device as you just saw. Then I have to click on it for it to actually connect. There's also the battery life. When I click on the device itself, here you can see the quick start distances, and I changed mine to 18 centimeters just because trial and error through my body, I figured that one worked the best. That security emergency sensor I talked about, I removed it there. To the other parts of the app, so control. This is almost like a quick start where you don't have any type of muscle group saved. So let's say I wanted to do my legs, massage my calves, and I do find this works really good for legs. So if you're a runner, this could be good. I can focus on just pushing down. Let's change the start and stop point. So I'm gonna press this down arrow, and then this will be this point, and then we'll go to this here, and I will move that up here. Timer, I can change the speed to, let's say, slow or medium. I can do focus, where it's just gonna go in one particular spot, or let it go all the way. Although I do like fast. Oh, it feels nice. So that's the timer. They do have something called Smart Solution, and this is where they have a couple of things like the AI model. So the AI model was not the most easy to do, but you only have to do it like one time. So you enter your information, your height. It's like, I think I'm 160. So I have to lay flat, put it under my ankles, and then click start. I'm probably out of frame now. This is a very difficult one to film. And then it'll start scanning my body. Oh boy. Oh, the back part is hard. Ah! So now it stopped working. It went to the back of my head and it's rolling now and it stopped working. I was struggling a few times to get this to work. From here, choose different exercise solutions, how much exercise you do, what kind of exercise you do. So I did do a running one, and then it'll customize a workout for you. I don't find it works particularly that well, their AI mode. So that's not something I would do. You can skip through and go different parts. I don't find it's very clear what you're supposed to do. They have two more modes on the app, one being normal mode, one being fine mode. Normal mode is various pre-programmed. A lot of it is very repetitive. So let's say if you were like running, then there's an image, there's the amount of time, there's the suggested speed, but you can also just always change the speed if you want. And then you would place the device in the middle of your muscle group where they are showing it exactly how they're showing it. You can skip ahead, you don't have to follow this exactly. Something that I don't love is that you can't save your distances here. So for me, I'm having to constantly adjust the start and stop. It doesn't give you any type of audible cue to let you know you are done and you can move on to the next one. You can always stop it with the button, but then when you go to the next step, you will have to pick up your phone, probably unlock it because it probably went to sleep mode, and then press the next step again. That I do find a little bit annoying, a little bit cumbersome. If you know what you're doing, then you don't really have to use this. The way that I use this is that I use these as guides, and I kind of skip the ones I don't want to use. Or I basically already know by what feels sore on my body, which ones I want to use. And I do like that this gives me a general guide in terms of what I want to do. What I like more is their fine mode, that you can go front or back. And I really need shoulder, neck, arms a lot. So you can click that. And if you see chest back, okay, actually this is more the muscle area I need. I would confirm area, and then it'll give you more precise muscles, scapula, medial pain. That sounds about accurate. Fine modes and control. Those are the ones I use the most. I had some friends try this at the AcroYoga festival. One of them is an osteopath. He liked it quite a bit, but he also doesn't mind using a foam roller. Then I also told him how much it cost, and he said, okay, I wouldn't pay that. He has lots of other little gadgets and gizmos that he preferred buying more things that were cheaper With a traditional foam roller, I do find it a little bit more difficult to get a good massage in certain areas. This is gonna be a little bit of an awkward one, but this inner thigh one, because of you having to roll myself onto it, and also the fact that I'm rolling myself into pain, I find it much harder for me to get a deeper massage versus the auto foam roller. I really like that I can just sort of relax a little bit more and let the foam roller move on me. It's a little bit of a different feeling. On a traditional foam roller, I don't feel like I can relax that much in the muscle groups that I am massaging. There's still a bit of having to be active. If I was massaging my back here, I'd have to have my butt elevated in order to get that massage. And I do find that I can tend to slide a little bit on the foam. This one doesn't have any knots on it, so it's not getting quite the same type of pressure or spots as this one that obviously has knots on it. Whereas on the RheoFit A1 Auto Foam Roller, you can just sit back and relax and let it do all of the work. This one's nice for the inner thigh because I can really just be fully relaxed on this one as it rolls. It really get in there. And it's so different when it's massaging you versus you having to massage yourself into the pain. The price tag is definitely going to be a deterrent for a lot of people. I will say, however, if you think about going to a massage therapist, which of course, great, I go as much as I can. When you compare the cost of massages and then, you know, having to leave your house and go to the place, instead of just being able to pick this up and give yourself a nice self-massage, it doesn't come to that much when you put it like that. This is really great for certain muscle groups, not all of them. For smaller ones, I will use a massage gun. Most of my complaints are that the app is a bit clunky. There is a little bit of drift, but I have noticed it getting better already as I've made updates and as I've spoken to the company and they have made updates to their firmware due to the drifting. I find that it's hard to compare it to a foam roller. I want to almost compare it more to a massage chair, but can do a lot and is very portable and small. It is a more niche market, for sure. There's not much of a learning curve to it, which is really great, especially if you're new to foam rolling. With the images and the guidance and all of that, it helps. I would love to hear from you in the comments below if this is something that you like, if this is something that you have, if you have experience with this, please do share your comments so it can be a resource to help other people on this device. I do believe that there are some really great tech recovery tools and I have reviewed a few other ones. This massage gun that I really love and I still use to this day, that review right here, I'll link it in the description as well. I also have a electric cupper that is fantastic and I use this on my back all the time because I can't access my back easily. I just kind of swap between what I need. During my 1 week AcroYoga festival, I was using all three and taking magnesium pills, taking Dead Sea salt baths. I was treating my body like a temple because I had to. But you can check out the review for this one as well right here and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.